What's up, guys? Reporting to you from my kitchen. I've taken a little bit of an Instagram hiatus lately, not putting out as much content as I have in the past, but I've been kind of wanting to get off social media and just decompress a little bit and get my mind in order. Kind of a midlife crisis lately. Turned 30, not really midlife, but looking a little bit more inward. And now I want to start to put out some more videos that are geared to provide you guys with value. And before we kick off this first video, I'll give you the laundry list of reasons why my brain said not to do this. And number one was there's so many more of these videos out there. It's kind of corny. No one wants to be that self-help guy. And, that's really just my own insecurities, there might be truth to that, who knows, but I'm trying to push past that and put out some stuff that I think has helped me, and that's really the truth of what I'm getting at, is this is a stuff that I've really implemented within my own life that I've seen work and help me, and something I want to pass along to you guys and girls and everyone, and see if you can get something out of this. So let's kick it off. Day number one, value number one. This is from a podcast that I listened to recently with Theo Vaughn, whose podcast is called This Last Weekend. And it was with, his guest was Duncan Trussell, who's a comedian, but with a very mindfulness approach. He's all about kind of that meditation lifestyle. And he's a super funny guy and got some really great ideas, wacky ideas too. But anyway, aside. In their conversation, what it kind of got into is this idea of when you are so inward with your thinking and you're the main part in your story and everyone else is supporting characters, it's really hard to I guess have empathy for others, or it's very easy to get agitated and angry with others. But the host of the podcast here was like, how interesting would it be if we met, our first instinct when we met somebody was to have love for them. And I thought that was a pretty interesting concept. He didn't go much further into it, but he just kind of posited that thought. And what I kind of took it is, all right, and this value number one might be towards people in New York City or anywhere is a high commuting area, but on my commutes now, when I get into a subway car, where in the past, if it was a crowded subway car, I get overwhelmed. I would start thinking about, oh, this person's got their bag, why aren't they taking their bag off? This person's elbowing me, and all these things that you jump to, and I'm sure everyone has thought about, like when you open the doors and the person runs right in and doesn't get out of the way, and it angers you, but we can't control those things. We can only control our response, and since I've kind of taken this approach, I feel that my mind has been a lot clearer and I've been able to be a lot less emotional when it comes to these things and a lot more happy and fulfilled in a way when kind of taking this approach. So when I get into a subway car, rather than immediately jumping to, everybody is kind of against me or in a weird way, I just think I got love for everybody in this train subway car right now, and and they have love for me and vice versa, and we're all just kind of in this together. And I think we feel these things in odd situations. Like if you're ever in New York City during a blizzard, it's like it's odd. The city kind of shifts and everyone's a little bit more nicer and kind with one another. Or another thing, moments that I've recognized where I'm a lot more kinder and empathetic to women who are pregnant, or older individuals. So there's like this weird idea that I had, is that like, just imagine everybody was pregnant and how much more nicer and more kind and open would you be to these individuals. So when I hop into a subway car on my commute, I start kind of, if I feel myself start to get overwhelmed or angry at certain individuals, I just kind of like think back to that, and it just puts me in a much more of a centered place and an open place, and just more content and less overwhelmed. And it's a much better way to start your day than to immediately go to the red zone, and now your cortisol levels are all jacked up, and your fight response is engaged, and nobody wants to start their day like that. So value number one, try giving that a shot on your days when you get in your crowded situation or somebody shoves you, or we're all in this together, and show them some love. Until next time.